A new museum of the Viking Age is currently under construction in the capital of Norway in Oslo, and it is going to be absolutely spectacular. We still have to wait about 3 years though, so here's what you should know up to date. The new Viking Age museum is being built as an expansion of the former Viking ship museum on the island of Bygdøy in Oslo. It is planned to open at the end of 2027. However, it is currently difficult to confirm the exact date, as various factors such as financial matters, political processes, and the relocation of ships and artifacts affect the timeline. The government approved the construction of the new Viking Age museum in September 2019, but by 2022 it became clear that the project would be more expensive than initially estimated. Although the government expanded the project's budget, it also cut museum features amounting to about 250 million Norwegian crowns, that would be about 22 million euros. Work stoppages and replanning led to delays. Additionally, securing the ships and sleds against damage and vibrations during construction has proven more challenging and time-consuming than expected. The old museum, which will be part of the new facility, is also a construction site. All movable artifacts have been packed and stored in the museum's archives until they can be placed in the new building. The ships and sleds, which cannot be moved, remain in the old museum, well protected from surrounding construction work. The new museum complex is being built under the direction of the Ministry of Education. Statsbygg, that would be the Directorate of Public Construction and Property, is the construction manager. The AF Group is responsible for planning and construction, and architects designed the building. The University of Oslo will oversee operations once it is completed, and the Museum of Cultural History will manage exhibitions and public engagement. Due to this very large cut, several key factors of the Viking Age Museum will not be completed as initially planned. This includes exhibition spaces for children, outdoor facilities like a park and concert areas, and critical infrastructure for research and artifact handling. The lecture hall, labs, and other facilities will be delivered in a raw state. The restaurant will be built without a kitchen, and staff offices and technical upgrades to the old museum are also excluded. Artifact handling spaces are reduced, forcing items to be transported off-site for treatment. Restoring these elements later will be costly and complex, and rising costs since 2022 could mean that re-adding these functions will exceed 250 million Norwegian crowns. Efforts are underway to secure private funding for public offerings, but other areas are harder to finance. If full funding isn't secure before the museum's opening, some of the functions may be missing, or the museum could face closure for renovations afterward. But why is a new museum being built after all? The new museum is being built to accommodate far more visitors and provide better conditions for preserving Viking artifacts. The old Viking ship museum was built to handle only 40,000 visitors annually, but saw over 500,000 visitors in its final year. Better climate control and anti-vibration system will protect the artifacts for future generations. During construction, the museum's specialists are working with external experts to secure the ships and artifacts. The fragile sleds are being stored in custom-made, climate-controlled rooms, while the Viking ships are stabilized with steel rigs and placed on air cushions to absorb vibrations. The vibrations will only be transferred to the ships via steel beams that are not on the ground, and vibrations will be reduced using a vibration isolator. A new support system is needed to continue displaying the ships and artifacts in general that carry an immense cultural value. The contractors producing the steel rigs are actually specialized in offshore operations, and every part has been tested before being used for this particular task. So it is indeed something very special to behold. The old museum building, designed by Arnstein Arneberg and opened in 1926, will remain a central part of the new Viking Age museum. It will house the main entrance, ticket sales, an auditorium, a museum shop, staff offices, and cloakrooms. The new museum is expected to be world-class, offering close encounters with the world's foremost collection of Viking Age artifacts. With 5,400 unique items on display in spacious and secure settings, the museum will feature stunning exhibitions, impressive architecture, and educational experiences for the entire family. It aims to be a hub for Norwegian cultural heritage, showcasing more than just the artifacts from the famous ship burials, but providing a comprehensive view of the entire Viking era, with the ships as the centerpiece, the best preserved Viking ships in the world, Oseberg, Gokstad and Tune. In the meantime, at the Historical Museum in the center of the city, you can still admire some exquisite artifacts within the exhibition Vikinger. One of them is the best preserved Viking helmet ever discovered, the Gjermundbu helmet, and you really need to watch this video here to find out all about it. Cheers, this was Irina. Follow for more Norse content from a historian.